What's going on there, YouTube? Back once again in the shed, and I welcome you to another review at last, because it's been a little bit, innit? Yeah, I went dark for a couple of weeks. I had like take a bit of downtime. I was a bit ill to make a trip to the hospital, but it's all good. It's all sorted. There's nothing to worry about. Um, Time to get back in the seat and back on the grind, innit? I bet you're so pleased to see me. Yeah. Funny enough, my missus didn't seem so happy when I come home. I think she was glad of the break. Um, okay, so today we are going to do a good one, I reckon, and it is, yeah, railroad meals, dry snuff. Um, it's an American snuff. I think it's made by Swisher. Um, Maccoboy Snuff. That's what it is. I looked up the name Maccaboy, and when you write it into like the dictionary on the old Google Black Magic, you it says, I wrote it down. It says a snuff usually rose scented. Apparently, the Maccaboy, the name, is because it was originally made or came from a village. I think it's a French commune called Macoubla, on an island called Martin Q. You know I'm going to butcher it. You got to know this about me by now. Languages ain't my speciality. I can barely master English. Um, but it's an island, sort of near Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic or somewhere around there. And but I think it's still owned by France by the looks of it. So this snuff, I think, originated there, and this is where the name comes from. And that I think it's made by Swisher, and it's a American dry snuff, but it's rose scented, which is the most, well, that and peach. Apart from that, I don't think I've seen any other scents really. They're all just Scotch. Um, yeah, Scotch, I guess. So let's crack into it, shall we? Our save all the jokes for another day, innit? We'll ease into it gentle this time. Keep the cringe as low as possible. I think they're wicked little pots. I like the pot. It's just like a little plastic pot with a little plastic pop-off lid. I don't know why more snuffs don't come in more unique packaging. Do you know what I mean? It seems a bit sort of, wasteful. Like I got loads of tins and I just don't feel good throwing them away. Trying to figure out if I can recycle them or not. But yeah, I wish more snuffs came in like, you know, better packaging. But let's pop her open, see what she's saying. Right. So, that's quite interesting. It is really dark. Like I don't think I've seen her in American stuff. They're normally quite pale and light, aren't they? But it looks very dark. It's still pretty fine, but not as fine. Or maybe it is as fine, but it's got more moisture in it. It's not as dusty as every other American snuff that I've tried. Yeah, it's real moist and dark, like a dark, deep, dark coffee brown. It's interesting, it's different because I don't know of any other. Well, I haven't come across personally any other stuffs that are like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, let's see what she's saying on pop note. Yeah, so rose. It's quite a nice rose. It's but you can pick up a bit of tobacco there as well. Yeah, it's got a bit of a like a bit of a dark, musty, um, earthy sort of note to it. Hmm. Smells quite pleasant. So let's jump in and see what they actually say in the nose. See how easy it is to take. Yeah, definitely the easiest American snuff I've had so far. It's got plenty moisture in it, so it's not as powdery. It's got a little bit of a burn to it. Nothing uncomfortable, but a satisfying little burn. Yeah, so it's rose scented, but it's not as sort of like perfumey as other rose scents that I've tried. This is quite a sweet smelling rose, and it's not as strong. Like a lot of rose scents, you take it and it's like it's there, it's in your nose, and it sticks around forever. I think this one will stick around, but it's not. It's a little bit more laid back. Like you can still pick up that tobacco note in the background with all them sort of like. It's still got a little bit of that smoky American tobacco scent to it. You can still pick that up, but at the front, it's definitely a nice, pleasant, sweet rose scent. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. As I say, it's nowhere near as dry as the other sort of Scotch snuffs and that are. This one's got a nice bit of moisture in it, which makes it a bit more pleasant and a bit easier to take. I find I can take quite easy take healthy lumps of this. Yeah, satisfying burn. It's definitely this one is Turkish delight to me. It's definitely a sweet rose, more akin to sort of like like Turkish delight rose scent. Yeah, but as I say, it's not so overpowering that it drowns everything else out. I think it's still got a nice nicotine hit to it. It's not wanting for nicotine. I'm gonna say medium to high, probably pretty close to high. Yeah, I like it. You know, I'm really surprised. Damn it, man. The camera switched off for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but I think I was coming up to my third bump. So, yeah, it's a sweet, sweet rose scented snuff, more akin to sort of Turkish delight. There's a present tobacco note in there, and You know, it's still got a bit of that sort of American smokiness to it, but it's moist, still fairly fine, but really dark. So I'd say high nicotine. Sorry. I reckon it's a good one. I like it. So I am going to, yeah, I am going to approve it. Get on it, because I don't know how rare this one is. Because you know the American ones disappear, and as far as I'm aware, to be honest, I haven't checked since I've been ill and that. But they were still selling it on Mr. Snuff, and I think it was reduced. So off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly how much. But if you're interested, you might want to get on it, because you know how it goes. They sell out of them and then they just disappear. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, they still got them in stock. So get on it, because it's worth it. It's definitely a different. It's definitely different. It's good. It's nice. Um, I like it. So yeah, grade A approved. That's what we're coming back with. We're coming back with a strong grade A, top of the mark hitter. So I guess that's all I can say on the matter. Well, I'm gonna start trying to bang out videos again, get back on the grind. About a few more subscribers though still since joining since I was off. So if you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you stick around. Um, I will try and do my best to keep you entertained, pass on some useful information, and hopefully not drive you up the wall, or bore you too much. So I am going to leave it there. So remember to tap, pinch, and toot, because that's 3 ingredients to your enjoyment, and your enjoyment is all I've got for you. So remember to come back to the shed, and until then, I shall bid you farewell.